Hey guys, welcome back to Trek on the Tube. As you might already know, I'm currently working on my Star Trek Discovery Season 1 DVD video, but considering we just got yet another Season 2 trailer, I thought I should do a quick breakdown of that. And while I'm at it, go over some of the, news/rumors that we've been hearing recently. I say quick breakdown because this is the third trailer and it's kind of redundant to go over the same theories yet again, but don't worry, there are still some new things to talk about. In case you're wondering why there were so many trailers in the first place, well, there's no real reason other than CBS is trying to hype us for next season. They dropped what they called the first look trailer back at San Diego Comic-Con just to tease us. Then we got the New York Comic-Con trailer, which gave us a little more info on the upcoming story arc, but that was mainly just to have something big to show off at the event that is New York Comic-Con. Also, it enabled them to surprise us with Spock in front of a live audience. Now, finally, we have the official Season 2 trailer, which not only better defines the story and really shows off more of the characters, but also boasts some polished-looking CG. Accompanying that, we also got a brief sneak peek behind-the-scenes preview teaser that they released, and we also got an official synopsis for Season 2, which reads, after answering a distress signal from the USS Enterprise, Season 2 of Star Trek Discovery finds the crew of the USS Discovery joining forces with Captain Christopher Pike on a new mission to investigate 7 mysterious red signals and the appearance of an unknown being called the Red Angel. While the crew must work together to unravel their meaning and origin, Michael Burnham is forced to face her past with the return of her estranged brother Spock. So the synopsis pretty much tells us the same thing as the trailer does, with the exception of the Klingon Empire elements and the Section 31 presence. Basically, this Red Angel they keep talking about and these 7 red bursts are being set up as the main threat or villain of the season. And it would seem like the story is going to focus first on the mystery of it all before eventually turning back into some sort of save the universe type story similar to what we got in Season 1. Now, of course, what everyone's really talking about is Spock and his beard, though personally the facial hair doesn't bother me. Anyway, he seems to be in some sort of mental facility at some point, and as much as I'm intrigued to see where they go with the character and the story that they tell, what I really want to see is Kid Spock and Kid Burnham at home being raised by Amanda and Sarek. Seeing more of that family dynamic, why they became estranged, and, maybe some Cybok? Just a reminder, for those who aren't entirely familiar with the standalone pilot episode The Cage, the events of that episode happened a good 10 years before the original series, but only about 3 years before the next season of Discovery. And at that point, Spock was a more outgoing person, emotionally. Maybe this season, this story arc will help explain why he eventually decides to try and distance himself from his human side. Going back to family dynamics, for those who have been watching, or more to the point who have been able to watch Star Trek short treks, you might have recognized this character as Saru's sister. We haven't seen the season yet, so I'm not going to start criticizing the choices that were made right away, but I really hope her presence doesn't take away from the Saru-centered short story we just got. I say this because as much as I love Saru as a character, I keep getting this feeling they're moving things along way too fast when it comes to his development. I wouldn't have made him become so assertive and confident so quickly in Season 1, and I sure wouldn't have featured his sister in Season 2. Bringing her in kind of takes away from the depth of the decision he made to abandon his family and ultimately removes a very important and impactful part of who the character could be. Then again, we haven't seen the season yet, so we'll just have to wait and see. Well, okay, I think that's about it. There's not much more I could really dive into without diving into every character or every ship, I will say that it looks like we're going to get a Klingon story arc that might be completely, or at least mostly unrelated to the A-plot events going on with Pike and Spock. And I like that idea very much. In my mind, a modern Star Trek television series features stories from every major species we know, without necessarily having them interconnect. As I said earlier, we got a what to expect in Season 2 trailer that includes behind-the-scenes footage and brief interviews with the cast and crew. I'll leave as many links as possible in the description, so check everything out. The only one element I want to talk about regarding that behind-the-scenes video is this graphic. At first glance, it's just a basic ship schematic or technical file, but if you take a closer look, you'll notice that the USS Enterprise isn't exactly the same as what we've already seen, both at the end of Season 1 and in the Season 2 trailers. This might be nothing because, as some have pointed out, the officially licensed models look like the Season 1 version, but then again, maybe the production team have decided to rethink the visual changes they made, just like with the Klingons. To finish off the Discovery-related news, Season 2 has been extended by 1 episode, bringing it to a total of 14. I would rather they not tag on or force additional episodes. I mean, they did that with the first season and it didn't really work out. We all remember episodes 14 and 15. Hopefully this is a more creative choice. Maybe they just realized that they needed some more time to correctly tell the story that they wanted to tell, and that I'm okay with. Okay, so other news and rumors. Rumors first, because this is going to be quick. Someone, somewhere at Deadline reported that CBS are developing a Section 31 TV series to be led by Michelle Yeoh as Emperor Georgiou. Check out the article for yourselves. Honestly, everything about this seems speculative at best. CBS and Alex Kurtzman are pretty proud of the Star Trek TV universe that they're creating, and they haven't been afraid of sharing their big projects with us until now, even if they remain somewhat secretive. This, honestly, is something that I'll believe once they officially announce it. I mean, no big deal. The other news, however, is official. The Picard series is set to premiere by the end of 2019, as stated by Alex Kurtzman, so that's really close. Recently, we also heard by some of the writing staff on Twitter that the story was coming along real nice, so production should begin shortly, I suppose. At this point, I'm almost expecting the first teaser to drop when Discovery Season 2 ends. Regarding the show's production and overall style, it'll be filmed in California, and it's been said that the show will resemble The Next Generation more than Discovery. To quote Alex Kurtzman, without revealing too much about it, people have so many questions about Picard and what happened to him. And the idea we get to take the time to answer those questions in the wake of the many, many things he's had to deal with in Next Gen is really exciting. Discovery is a bullet. Picard is a very contemplative show. It will find a balance between the speed of Discovery and the nature of what Next Gen was, but I believe it will have its own rhythm. I mean, granted, you can interpret that the way you want, but I mean, Alex Kurtzman has a way with words. He always says what needs to be said or what we want to hear. I just hope he can actually deliver on this, and the Picard Show is something that we all love. To end this, let me just drop a few words about John Van Citters. You may have heard of him, you may not. In any case, he's been very present in the world of Star Trek for many years now, doing different things as time passed. Most notably, he's been Vice President of Product Development for CBS Consumer Products since 2006. So essentially, he's the guy that made sure that all of the officially licensed but not canon products adhered to a certain Star Trek standard. Novels, games, comic books, toys, you get the picture. They were all overseen by John Van Citters. At least, that's what I understand. The reason I'm telling you this is because he's recently been promoted to Vice President, Star Trek Brand Development at CBS Studios Global Franchise Management. It's a complicated title, I know, but believe me, it's good news. What this means is, the man that has supervised and helped all non-canon Star Trek products better respect the themes, vision, and creative compass of Gene Roddenberry will now be taking on some of the responsibility of doing the same, but with the canon elements of the franchise. Yes, we're talking the new TV series. To put this simply, CBS just put a long-time Trekkie in a very important position within Star Trek CBS, and it's a good move. Okay, there you go. That lasted just a little longer than I expected. What do you guys think of all this? The news, the rumors, the new Star Trek Discovery Season 2 trailer, the Picard Show? I mean, I'm friggin' hyped for that. Remember to like, subscribe, share with your friends. Stay safe this holiday season, and as always, live long and prosper.